Welcome to Huawei's Sustainability Forum, the third such annual gathering on this topic, and one that, as always, relies on partnerships and collaborations to work. More broadly, realising sustainable development is very much a joint initiative between policymakers and governments, agencies, businesses, and academic institutions, like the Association of Pacific Rim Universities. Christina Schönleber is the Chief Strategy Officer at the association, or the APRU for short, and she attended today's forum. So afterwards, I asked her why universities needed an umbrella organisation such as the APRU.
We had 4 universities on the west coast of the US decide that the development that was going on in the Asia-Pacific region needed a voice other than industry and government. And the third voice was universities, or science really. So that's why they decided that they should set up an association of leading universities. The focus is on working with governments and external partners, but on challenges that affect still globally, such as climate change, biodiversity loss, but also global health and also education, but still with the focus on the Asia-Pacific region.
One of the things that an umbrella organisation like yours will do is work with other partners, whether that's policymakers or industries. What is it that industries, for instance Huawei, could bring to the table, and what is it that the APRU itself brings to the table when you have those sort of partnerships?
Well, what industry or big global corporations such as Huawei bring to the table is expertise in technology, specifically here. And we know that technology is really the solution to many of the challenges that we have. It's a part of the solution. It's an important part. We can't live without technology, and also, interestingly enough, I would argue technology is at the base of some of the big problems that we have. That was the technological revolution, but now it's technology that will bring us out of this, hopefully.
So it's been both the problem and the solution.
Yeah,
that's a sort of constant circle.
Yes, but you need more. Technology alone won't do it. Science alone won't do it. So you need to work on a global level, but also localized. You need to have the human aspect there, and that's what we bring along. We can bring the science in terms of social sciences, aspects in how do you implement the solutions in Ghana, for example, how do we implement them in Cambodia is different, and you have different cultures and different ways of integrating, and also to then work with the local communities. And that's where also science, social sciences, humanities will help with the implementation, but also the collection of data. What do you do with the data then? It is then to further knowledge again, and that's what we bring to the table with organizations such as Huawei, but then you need also other partners. I would argue you need governments that will implement the solutions, but also what you need to then support is policies, for example, and regulations.
So how important is it then to have that kind of apolitical platform, that kind of cross-border collaboration, and, as you said, that sort of human side to it?
I think it's essential, especially in the world that we're living now in. Nobody can solve climate change or biodiversity loss on their own. We are apolitical, you mentioned it already. We work across borders. We work with scientists and universities and business partners in the US. We work with the same collective partners in China. We work in Southeast Asia. We see ourselves as bringing, as I said, a platform to bring these collaborations together, and we really need to address them together. And it's a safe space. It's a trusted space. University provide, I think, a trusted space, and we also allow the universities to come together under the umbrella of APRU to work together collectively.
And so presumably the more people that you can get into that safe space, the more productive, the more collaborative the results will be.
As in, yes, in terms of specifically also working with external partners. So I mean, some of the projects where we also bring in UN agencies, we've just finished a project on AI for social good, working with the UN ASCAP and Bangladesh government and the Thai government. And there we brought in multidisciplinary academic teams. So not just the sciences, really also about the social sciences, to help them develop policies for the implementation of AI. So the technology is there, but how do you then implement it to actually so it does good? That's where we see our role, but we can't do it also on our own. We need the partners.